Every goddamn pimp has a hairstyle. Okay. No, I ain't gonna get it. Right here. They all got the same hairstyle like this. Let me see. Oh, I gotta do hard out here. Hard out here for a pimp. This is what this nigga thinks he's in real life. You feel me? Except, nigga, this movie's like 25 years old, bro. You get what I mean? I be listening to this nigga talking about the game. Now, of course, I'm not denying that there isn't, quote, unquote, a particular way and a suave of how to talk to women. I'm not being that naive. I'm talking about the pimp game, nigga. Like, man, update your software, bro. Get on OnlyFans or something, my nigga. Like, what you think, like, y'all pimping bitches out of motels? Why every pimp always gotta have this fucking funky ass, you know what I mean, styling gel, slick back, wanna be like the pimp from slick back hairstyle? That's the only thing I'm saying, bro. So anyway, I was saying that here's the thing too. At least with Terrence Howard, and even the other guy, because I like this guy too. I like this guy. We don't see him podcasting. We just see him making songs, okay? Sugar free. That's why we y'all talking about the streets, nigga. You're podcasting because you can't rap and you can't pimp no chicks no more. And to keep it real, you gotta be a no jumper, nigga. Like, stop playing. Like, stop acting like we partners. This isn't an option. Boy, you better show up on every fucking Tuesday to go do that show, or else, nigga, you gonna be back in a trap. What the fuck is you talking about? Here we go. Hold on. I like this guy.
Need gas money, and this is some news you can use. Bitch, a million motherfuckers wanna be in my shoes. Bitch, I'm a legend in these streets. The better kind. How many of y'all niggas know where y'all bitch at right now? Never mind. Believe everything that bitch tell you, huh? Don't lie to splurge. Boyfriend, pimpin', nigga, shit. What is it? Mine or hers? Mobe then. Yeah.
This is what he think he is on the podcast. No, nigga, we tune into you to hear you screaming and shouting. People like arguments, okay? People like arguments, my nigga. All right? This ain't you. He kicking it smooth. You screaming and shouting. I want to be pimps and hoes.
Rich nigga break his neck to go to your house. Have I ever been there? Okay then. What I'm gonna give a bitch a pass for? Spent all that time in school and got a job that ain't got nothing to do with you with your class.
Anyway, it's all good. Yeah, chat. Pretty good. Ain't no fucking problem. But, you know, congrats to my man Sharp. I'm pretty sure this is giving you some attention. I know you've been doing your thing, but hopefully you could probably negotiate a pay raise with this. But anyway, get back to clocking in, brother. Ain't nothing wrong with having a job either, okay? Don't try to shame other people. It's cool to have a job. You quit pimping, or you now pimp on the side to have a job. Like, don't try to act like you're the boss. You have a job. Don't try to mislead these kids. You have a job, and that's nothing wrong with it at all. Because I have jobs too. All right, enough of this guy, man. Nigga need to clock in, bro. Nigga keep acting up. I might have Adam get this nigga overtime, nigga. Might even take away your lunch break. I ain't gonna hold you, homie. Keep talking. Next time you want to have a pimp in distress lunch break, nigga, I might have Adam revoke that shit, nigga. This nigga swear what's that nigga name? Cat Williams, Friday After Next, bathroom scene. This is who you think he is right here. This is who this nigga think he is right here. This is who you think he is.
Come on. There you go. One at a time, player. One at a time.
One at a time, player. One at a time. All you gotta do is just add in church.
You know what this is. Don't fight this shit.
Fight what shit?
Just let it happen.
Let it happen. What the hell you doing with it? Look, nigga, I ain't even in the phone, but what the fuck? This ain't funny, nigga. I'll bitch slap your ass.
I'll bitch slap your ass.
I ain't playing.
Damn. Oh, shit.
You pee on me.
Wake your bitch ass up, Lucky Charms. I like my fish wet and squirming.
I thought I was dreaming.
You are.
You almost drowned me, nigga.
Oh, you dreaming.
I am a boy.
Oh, no. This is the better scene right here. This is the better scene right here. Oh, this is the scene right here. Pimp down. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Y'all got the game messed up, huh? You gonna steal from a pimp?
can't talk to these idiots without they keep mentioning the game. Nigga, file some taxes, nigga. The fuck is you talking about? The game. Nigga, go to the actual church, nigga. The game. Y'all got the game fucked up. Y'all niggas got the game fucked up. Yeah, y'all niggas got the game fucked up. Yeah, y'all got the game fucked up. Y'all niggas that messing up the game. Y'all messing up the game. Shut the fuck up, nigga. Oh shit. I might not want to mess with Sharp. He probably got one of these. Might got one of these, ain't it?
Mike, get back. Play it. No, let him through. Come on, you little short motherfucker. I'ma sue your ass. Come on, cut me. No.
Oh shit.
Give me want to do it. I guarantee I want to do it.
Think about your mama, man.
Think about my mama. Think about your ass.
Think about what your mama say. You all right?
Yeah, I'm fine. You know what I'm saying? I got a little razzle dazzle. It's all right.
Church.
My name is.
Yo, them niggas be like, yo, brother. I'm gonna be honest with you. I be listening to y'all niggas. Y'all be sounding like y'all in the 80s. Did the pimp? You know what? Actually, the real pimps. Let me tell you who the real pimps are. Niggas like Sharp ain't pimping, my nigga. Let me tell you. You wanna know who the real pimps are? The real pimps are these OnlyFans agencies that literally claim they're promoting these chicks, and they get 30% of everything they make. They don't gotta have a perm. They don't have to have a Palm Pilot. They don't gotta be saying church all the time. They ain't gotta say game. All they gotta tell the chicks is, yeah, we'll promote you and collect 30-40%. That's pretty much all it is. This nigga's still talking that 1960 shit. The game. What the fuck is you talking about?
Money Mike, player, how you doing? All right, then. Don't squeeze hard. All right, what's happening? This is my young girl, Donna. Say hi, woman. All right, that'll be quite enough. Thank you so much. See, the thing is, we just opened up around here, you know what I'm saying? And we've been having some problems, obviously, as you see. I appreciate what y'all did, because these cockroaches would have cleaned me out this season. Speaking of cockroaches, where was your antennas when them niggas was stealing my shit out the stove?
I didn't see him take anything.
You didn't see him take anything? Well, look next time. Use your eyes. They ain't supposed to just be hazed, or they're supposed to do some goddamn work around here. This ain't for play. I don't do this for fun.
I'm sorry.
Don't be sorry, ho. Be careful. Lord.
Them little pimps be having them little one-liners. Don't be sorry. Like, come on, bro.
Don't be sorry, ho. Be careful.
Okay.
Lord. Gee, well, you know what? I'm tired of your presence. Dismissed.
Ooh.
Nice meeting you guys.
See you later. You got her trained, nigga.
You little.
That's what. Sharp, we got to see you bring your hoes on there, man. This is how they should be talking to you. You know, niggas like me, I'm not no pimp, so I can't have my hoes trained like this. But you, the nigga who's giving game. Come on, man.
You hold a water player, but you can't make her think. You dig what I'm saying? I got to keep it nice and breezy around this bitch. Anyway, I need to take care of y'all. I appreciate what y'all did for a player. You know,
Go ahead.
I can't be everywhere at all times.
No charge. Now, what about our rent money, man?
No charge.
Y'all sure?
Positive, man. We just doing our job. We can't charge you, man.
Hey, don't argue with no charge. You can come to the store anytime you want.
Can we get some clothes? 30% off, 40% off, a FUBU short set?
You don't need shit.
Man.
Look, we just having a little Christmas party tonight. Why don't you and your lady come on through, man? Hang out with us and our folks.
Let me check my Palm Pilot.
This Sharp.
Let me check my Palm Pilot.
Man, hang out with us and our folks.
Let me check my Palm Pilot.
Hang out with us and our folks.
Let me check my Palm Pilot. Let me check my Palm Pilot.
Folks.
Let me check my Palm Pilot. Palm Pilot. A Palm Pilot. Let me check my Palm Pilot. Let me check my Palm Pilot. Palm Pilot.
This party tonight. Why don't you and your lady come on through, man? Hang out with us and
Oh,
our
man.
Let me check my Palm Pilot. Look like I ain't doing shit.
Bring a bunch of bitches. I'm talking about a busload of them hoes if you can.
I was just gonna get drunk and watch the Grinch, so I'll be there. I'll get the address from y'all later, and I'll see you later too. All right then.
All right, man. Enough. All right, cool. Bro, we got to move the fuck on, bro. Like, really and truly. What else is going on in the world? I got to chill? Yeah, I know this. Yo, chat. I'm surgical with it. You know what I know that's going to set him off? Clock in, nigga. just clock in, bro. Nigga, you in the parking lot shouting at your phone. Nigga, you late to work, nigga. Adam got you on a rigid schedule, nigga. Yo, Sharp. Don't let me tell Josh to dock your pay now. Get off of that Instagram live and clock in, boy. Don't. I tell Josh right now, dock your pay. Right now. Right now. Not another motherfucking word. Okay, pimp? So yeah, I seen a bunch of people reacting, be like, we didn't know who he was. Like, why do you go? Like, I ain't gonna lie, I only do this to stay sharp, really, and no pun intended. Again, I'm not planning to keep going back and forth. I wasn't even supposed to address him today, but I had one more joke I didn't get out, so I had to just get that out. The clock in joke, I can't wait. But anyway, other than that, shit's over, man. Sharp, I love you. Work hard, brother. All right? Shit, not that serious, man. All right. Anyway, we are on my Instagram now. Y'all got to tell me what's going on in the world. We're going to be talking about a bunch of things. Somebody sent me a very interesting video. I wanted to know what y'all think about it. Okay? Somebody sent me a very interesting video. Let me see. Can I pull up Facebook on here, or will they wild on me? I think they're going to wild on me. Hold on, chat. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Okay, give me a second. Bang, 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 bang. Hold on. Okay. Give me 1 second, chat. Let me see. What was I trying to... Okay, I got it right here. Pocket watcher extraordinaire look like somebody else is doing pocket watching. I want to know if y'all think this is facts or cap. Who's too high? Who's too low? I'm not sure if y'all seen this yet, but this is Pocket Watchers 101, but somebody else look like they're doing the pocket watching. All right, give me 1 second. I just got to pull it up. All right, we got it. Bang. Can I watch it? Oh, cool. I can. Perfect. Wait, how do I click into it? Okay, baby. Okay. So chat, there's a video somebody pointed out to me today. I was just cruising through my my DMs, and I do read my DMs even if I don't respond. There is a richest YouTuber pocket watching list going on around, and it has a bunch of YouTubers y'all might know, okay? And I want y'all to react to it. Just tell me what you think. Tell me if who's too low, who's too high, whatever the case is. Let me make sure I can see our comments. I'll give my opinion at the end. Man, hold on. I think Sharp got his Windows 2000 goons to hack me. Hold on. Give me a second, Chad. Give me a second. Oh, no, they didn't. Okay. That boy still got a Palm Pilot and a BlackBerry. All right, anyway. Y'all got to tell me if this is on point. Okay? Here we go. It had certain people on it. Flight Reacts. They try to throw me on it. Let's see. Hold on. I got it upturned. I don't know if y'all know some of these people, though. That's the thing. I don't know. I know Keemstar, and I think Keemstar is low. I think Keemstar is pretty low on this, but I still play it, okay? Now, this is what they're tripping with. Ain't no fucking way. FaZe Rug, I don't know if y'all can see it, but they have him at 3.8 million. Hell to the no. I think he just bought like a $5 or $6 million crib. Hell no. Hell to the no. So this is, I'm going to already call no. Okay? And they're ranking it down here. So they're saying he's like the 96th richest. I think that's what it means. 90. I'm like, come on now. FaZe Rug is getting it, bro. I don't know who that is. Oh, no, I do know her. She used to be in like the Wasabi vlogs. Dolan twins? I feel like I know them, but I feel like they should be way more higher, right? I don't know. I know Tim Pool. Tim Pool should be getting it. Somebody says it's only counting YouTube money. Nah, I don't think it's only counting YouTube money. I don't think so. I think it's overall, honestly. Because 5.5 mil from YouTube is a pretty hefty sum. Some of these guys I don't know. Liza Koshy. I feel like I've heard that name before. I remember Alyssa Violet from them. Jake. She used to be with Jake Paul and I think FaZe Banks. I've heard her before. I heard her from Keemstar. Tana Moju. Yeah, I've heard her before. CJ So Cool. Okay, CJ So Cool. I've been seeing him on Shady Room Teens a lot. You know, obviously, like I think he's when it comes to the black vloggers, I think DDG's up there, but you got CJ So Cool. Is he the most popular? CJ So Cool? I think DDG's like one of the pioneers of probably that, but like CJ So Cool, people kind of really fuck with him, right? Somebody says, yo, he over 10 million. He probably is. So I'm not saying these are accurate, but it's interesting when you look at any list. You get what I mean? What y'all think? Somebody said they try to do him in a fucking home invasion. Bro, I heard about that, man. I'm so happy like he's, everything's good. Yo, I might be able to touch. I don't know none of these people like for the last 5 of them. Ooh, ain't this chick Sniper Wolf that everybody be simping over? Yo, she gotta be making more. Like, bro, like from what I hear, like people will fucking sell their kidney just to talk to her. Like dudes are simps, bro. Her and there's another girl, I think she's on Twitch named Pokemon. Bruv, they could sell their fart in a jar probably for 50 bands. Real talk. This is how thirsty niggas is, bro. Somebody said she's not even bad. Bro, it don't matter. Like, yeah, you might not be the type of guy who would do that, but like, bruv, dudes really would do that, dog. Oh, Mo Vlogs, I know him. He be doing the stuff for 6ix9ine and stuff. This is like one of them OG guys, I think. Hola, soy Herman. I think he's like Spanish, right? He's from Chile. Yeah, I don't know these people right here. Trisha Paytas. I've heard a lot about her. I did watch one of her like vlogs one time. I think she had like a pink G-Wagon or something like that. But she probably getting it. I think she does OnlyFans now too. I believe. I think so. Ryan Higa. Wasn't there like a channel called like Niga Higa or something like that? Some shit like that. Yeah, he probably getting it. Oh, I know Unbox Therapy. Yeah, this nigga probably getting all them little unboxing niggas. I want to see what that black dude is. What's that name of that black dude that do the unboxing shit? There's a black dude that do some unboxing shit, bro. There's a black dude, dog. Like, he black. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Like, there's a black dude, bro. Somebody said there's a black dude. What's his name again? MKB. Like, that dude, I know he's guapped up. I want to see where he comes in. Jenna Marbles. Oh, shit. I remember her. Is she lit still? I don't know. Dixie. Ain't this a TikTok star? Dixie D'Amelio? Ain't this a TikTok star? Or am I tripping? This is a TikTok star, ain't it? They throw a little respect on my name, but this is completely overblown, people. This is not true. Okay, it's way below. It's not true. Okay. Tim the Tap Man. I know him primarily from Twitch. So there's got to be. Is it only YouTube or is it? I know they said richest YouTuber, but is it only YouTube? Tim the Tap Man was cleaning up on Twitch for a bit. Oh shit. My boy Flight reacts. Okay. Turn up Flight. Flight be getting it low key. And what I mean by that is I think he has such a lane where like, bro, like this nigga could just react to NBA footage and just go crazy, right? But not only that, he's dropping music. He's doing it independently. I think this shit kind of like working out for him. I ain't gonna lie to you. Ooh, who is this? Zoella. I'm not too sure who that is. Okay. Smosh. Those are one of like the OGs. Smosh. Oh, look at my boy SQC. Okay, XQC. Bella Porch. Why does that sound like a porn star? I don't know. Who the fuck is this? Who the hell is this? Cola Brandt? Who the heck is this? Matthias? Who that? I feel like I've seen. No. I think I've seen this name before. By the way, we're just at 50. By the way, if you ask me, and I'm sorry I'm pausing that much, I know y'all be like, just play the whole thing. I think this might be what they're assuming people made all throughout. You get what I mean? Just because I've seen certain people who, you know what I mean, you know, they have moved on to other, I don't know. Either all throughout or they're adding up other people's other business ventures. I don't know. Nah, I think that boy Shane Dawson got to be more than this. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, I think he got canceled, but like before that, he was like one of them white dudes who everybody loved. And I think he might be. You know what I mean? You know, one of those? I remember this guy, Jacksepticeye. Speakable. I don't know who that is. Couldn't really think of it right now. FaZe Banks 20 M's. I think this is like way on. Yo, he owns FaZe, right? He owns FaZe. FaZe had did an IPO for like $750 million. I'm not too sure. I know recently it's been really down. Not too sure if he sold yet. By the way, he was super cool dude. He invited me to the Cloud House. We kicked it before. Me, him, and Rice Gum. Really cool dude. Like, you know what I mean? In touch with the culture, in touch with music. I think he's a dope person. 20 mil? Shit, I think that's low. They're lowballing him. I ain't gonna lie. They play with my boy. They play with my boy Banks, man. Yeah, my nigga name is Banks. Guava juice. What happened to this girl? She was popping at one point. I remember when Fousey Tube was popping. She was like super popping. She was getting like, I think they put her in a movie or they gave her a talk show or some shit like that. David Dobrik, 24 M's. I think this is what they believe people made all throughout, right? Casey Neistat, didn't he do he did some crazy deal for Mad Millions. Let me Google this shit. Casey Neistat signs deal. He did some ridiculous deal. Look, he inked a deal worth $25 million, right? Plus what he probably made already. Like, nah, I think he caked up, bro. I think he caked up more than 25. He should be over at like 50, something like that. James Charles. I think this dude is like the makeup dude. So, yo, people who do makeup, I think there's another one named Jeffree Star. They be making mad guap, bro. This is another OG. Yo, let me not even say that because I heard like you say something about her on Twitch. Your shit be gone. I love you, Pokemon. You the GOAT. Feel me? Don't jitty on me. You heard me? But them. Well, I can't probably even say that word with them. But nah, let me just move on from her, man. Ethan, H3H3. 30 M's up? I think so. Nah, they playing with KSI. KSI 50 M's up, bro. Facts. KSI at least 50 M's up. At least 50 M's up, bro. Facts. Who this? Is this two Cypress channels? What the hell? Trap Nation? Okay. Dude, perfect. Dan TDM, I feel like I've heard his name before. 42 M's? Markiplier. I always heard about this dude. This dude is goated. This is... Hold on. Ain't this dude in the Sidemen? Right? Miniminter? He's in the Sidemen, right? Don't KSI own the Sidemen? Like, bro, like, yo, dog. You feel me? That's like you tell me that Sharp making more than Adam. You feel me? Like, come on, bro. You know what I mean? Like, no disrespect to my boy. I know he doing his thing, but like, yo, KSI, I think would be... KSI got to be like 60, 70 up, bro. That's Ninja. Ninja, this sound like... No, Ninja got to get more. Didn't Ninja sound like $100 million deal? Ninja signs $100 million. Something like that. 100 M is thought to indicate that Ninja has... What? Ninja believed to have signed a whopping $100 million deal. That was from the Mixer shit. Feel me? So I think they would be off... Just off that, like, damn, that's just one deal. This boy got to be top 10, man, and he might be the only black face in the top 10. Is there any other black faces that would be in the top 10? He should definitely be in there. Bro, this is a kids channel, dog. Holy. What the fuck? What is this? Oh, it's PewDiePie. Okay. Ain't no way PewDiePie made motherfucking top 10. Like, bro, PewDiePie is YouTube, bro. Like, to keep it real, I'm going to tell you how much YouTube this guy is. YouTube went through the adpocalypse because something he did. One YouTuber caused a whole shitstorm. I'm not saying I'm blaming the dude, but I'm just saying, like, based on what he did, everybody suffered. He's the reason why they got, like, you could upload a video and your video could sit on the yellow, which means limited. Before, everything you uploaded once you were monetized was monetized. Unless, you know, you got a strike or, like, some other stuff. But, like, bruv. If he's not top 10, who is? Now we know this is cap, right? So now we know this is cap, right? Like, yo, now we know this is cap. Like, come on now. Mr. Beast ain't top 10. Like, come on. Come on, bruh. Now we know this is cap. Now we know this is cap, bro. I didn't even watch this list, bro. They made more. Hold on. Kids Diana show. Let me just look at the channel, see how they coming. Well, they do have 100 million subs type shit. Damn, that's kind of heavy. How much does Mr. Beast have? Mr. Beast, 131. But Mr. Beast videos probably take longer to produce, probably cost more. Like, let me see what video this kid channel puts up. Yeah, this probably cost him like $50. Yeah, Mr. B spending $20 million on a video. This probably cost him $50, bro. Nah, yeah, I can see why they say they probably made more. Okay. What the hell? Who's this? Billy P? Billy P.
So much.
I don't know, but whatever. Russell Brand? I heard Russell Brand signed a contract with what do you call it again? He signed a contract with Rumble. I don't know if he's still. Let me see. Russ Brand.
Hello.
Oh, okay. No. So they're taking his movie. They're taking his movie like payments. Then it has to be. Now this makes sense a little bit, but still, the Mr. B stuff is just off. Still, they're taking into his movie earnings. They gotta be. They gotta be taking to his movie an account his movie earnings. Got to be, right? Emma Chamberlain. What, I ever heard that name before? Emma Chamberlain. Who is this? Let me see. What does she do? She does vlogs? Is she an actor or something? Let me Google it. Who is Emma Chamberlain? She's huh? She's in a movie or something? I don't know. All right. I believe him. I don't know. Let's see who else. So we're in the top 10. Number 8. Kim Loz. Who the hell are these people? What the hell? Kim Loa Isa? Kim Loa Isa? Let me see. Who the hell is this? Well, she do got 36 M's on the gram. Damn, okay. She lit on the gram for sure. Yeah, I don't think they're only taking into account YouTube type stuff. She's probably a singer. Okay. NBA Youngboy got to be on this list. Jeffree Star. Okay, that makes sense. Well, he sell cosmetics, and these women love some cosmetics. Who this? Logan Paul. They playing with my boy Logan. They only put my boy up this high because they probably said this nigga finessed mad niggas off that crypto zoo shit. They probably like, yo, put him up there. He finessed mad niggas. Now, yo, Logan's my guy, man. Logan, you my boy. One time I was supposed to do an impulsive. Shit. It's my boy, man. He nice in wrestling, too. Okay, I definitely think Logan Paul should be in the top 10. By the way, like, no BS, and I'm not saying the scams and none of that. I think the crypto wave, Logan definitely came up off, right? Whether it was NFTs, I know he said one of his NFTs was devalued, but like, bro, he made a lot of early moves, whether it was Crypto Punks or, you know, Bored Apes or whatever. Like, he made a lot of those moves very early on, and he betted big, and maybe he lost on a few, but I think he won on a lot. You know what I mean? Plus the boxing, plus all this other stuff, plus now the Prime stuff. I think it's disrespectful. They got him at 245. They got KSI at like 45. Like, what the hell? Here we go. Who the hell is this? Like Nasty A? What the fuck? What is this? Like Nasty A? What the heck is this? Oh, these are one of them kids' channels. It's one of them ones, huh? All right. Jake Paul 310. I can see it. Jake Paul's a hustler, bro. From what I'm hearing, he's getting between 10 and 20 million for every fight. Dude trying to fight 2-3 times a year. It's about 60 M's, other endorsements, other deals that he's a part of, I could see he definitely making at least. Well, he's definitely making at least 60, 70 million a year. But if he's four, who's the top three? Hold on, guess the top three before I show it. Guess the top three. No. Jake Paul is getting to it, bro. Dog, it's a reason why Jake Paul moved to Puerto Rico, my guy. You know why? Bro, he's getting so much money. You know when, so at the top tax bracket in the United States, you literally pay 47%. So essentially half of your money, right? So usually anything, and I believe the threshold is around like 450,000, right? So pretty much any rich nigga, you got to pay like 40, like half of your money, right? To the government, right? Now, granted, you could do all type of stuff in terms of like, you got expenses, blah, blah, blah. But it gets to a point where it becomes exorbitant. When you make $70 million, it's impossible that you had, well, at least for what these guys do, it's impossible that you have $40 million, right? $40 million worth of expenses. So you know what they do? They go to tax havens. They try to create companies, shell companies for tax loops and shit. And Puerto Rico, apparently, if you go there, not only do they have a bunch of loopholes that if you buy property there or you start businesses there, you don't pay tax for a certain amount of period. And that's to entice people to come start, boost the economy of Puerto Rico. But of course, what does the rich people do? Go down there, cop a house, make a LLC, and collect all their money that they make other places there, that they make less money. You know what I mean? Look, y'all might not be giving a fuck about that. Somebody said, you snitching so big right now. Come on, bro. You think... Who y'all think is the top two? Somebody says Speed, Drake, Portnoy. Let me see. What the fuck is this? SET? Sony Entertainment Television? India? Nigga, what? Yo, India is huge on YouTube. T-Series? They're number 2? Okay. Remember when they were competing with PewDiePie at one point? Who's number 1? Hold on. Wait, stop it, man. Coco Melon? Yo, stop it. I've never heard of this channel a day in my life. I've never heard of this channel a day in my life. Nigga, what? Coco Melon? No way. I've never heard of this channel a day in my life. 153 million subs is a kids channel, and they pretty much drop so every day they're probably doing 4 or 5 million, I guess. Let me see their biggest video. Holy shit, these niggas got a video of 5.9 billion views. Just to put this in perspective, in totality, all the channels I've ever made, right? If you ask me what my complete total views are, I'm around 3 billion views completely. Overall, 3 billion. One video this dude did, or whoever this person is, for 2 minutes and 53 seconds is my whole YouTube career. Grand opening, grand closing. God damn it. Who watching this shit?
Scrub. Wash my hair, wash my hair, wash my hair,
Ain't no fucking way. Nigga, I'm over here beefing with 30 niggas a month. I'm over here roasting 10 rappers a week. I'm over here having to crack all type of jokes, sweating, drink half a bottle of liquor. And I've been doing this for literally over 10 years, and they made some shit called Wash My Hair, and that's it? Oh my God. Imagine if I ever got in a beef with these people. They would have sunned me like I sun Sharp. God damn it, man. Fuck. All right, I got it. I don't know if this is real, but it was entertaining. Okay. Oh, somebody said that's the Baby Shark song? Oh, I don't be knowing. That was Baby Shark. Okay. Holy. We're still here, brothers. Let me see what's going on. Y'all was watching some of this. I was watching some of this Ocho Cinco stuff, and I want to hear y'all opinion about it, right? So let me Google this first and foremost. So Ocho Cinco, you know what I mean? I'm a pocket watcher to the max, right? So Ocho Cinco's salary, if you look at how much he made in the NFL, it will say as a player he earned $48 million. I want to make sure I get it all right. Ocho Cinco sports earnings. They say 48. Let me just make sure. Oh yeah, everybody says 40. Okay, cool. So apparently he made $48 million. By the way, that's a whole lot of motherfucking money. You get what I'm saying? Now, not gonna lie, he's been through some ups and downs. He got married to another person before. If you don't know, he was married at one point to somebody named Chad Johnson and what's her name again? Evelyn Lozada. Yeah. So apparently he got married before, right? Apparently it was like a really tumultuous relationship. There was domestic violence and all that type of stuff. And I don't know if there was child support. Let me look it up. I want to know how much he was paying. I don't know. Okay. Claiming child. Oh, here we go. Claiming Chad failed to pay his child support bill of $5,250. I'm guessing that's a month. Okay. Now, the reason I'm a little shocked is that if you made $48 million, number one, I'm not saying blow your money. By the way, if you don't know, the stat says most NFL or NBA players eventually go broke. You know, apparently, when you're an athlete, remember I was talking about last night, the majority of people think that once they hit the lick or they make it big in the industry, that is going to continue. Like, the harsh reality is this. Few people have a career that lasts 10 years in any type of genre or field of entertainment. Usually a average career is about 4 to 5 years, okay? The average NFL running back career is, I believe, even less. Some people, I think it's like 3 to 4. Now, if you're a quarterback, you might last longer, but still, like, you might have maybe a window of, like, say, 6 years that you could probably get that big contract. After that, you're not saying you're not going to be getting millions, but you're not going to be getting, like, you know, the same money. And that's what kind of differs from, like, for example, if you work at Google, if they hired you and they paid you $150,000 and say you were 21, you expect that when you're 45 that you'll be getting substantially more, because in those fields of work, you actually get better, or it's supposed to, you're elevating and getting better and gaining more knowledge with time. So if you got paid if you got hired at 21, they gave you $150,000 at Google, you would imagine if you stay with that company or stayed in the tech circuit when you're 45, you should probably be getting $400,000. You're probably some type of executive or you're some lead of some type of group. You're getting a lot of money, right? What happens in entertainment and a lot of people don't plan for is that really that does not happen. You usually get a very finite window to make a shit ton of money, but after that window closes, you don't make as much. And I think, remember when I was talking about the rappers that came in during the clout era, is that a lot of them came in, and when J. Cole rapped about like Lil Pump, like maybe his words didn't hit the hardest with Lil Pump, but it hit hardest with other people. There's a lot of rappers, I told y'all, that we don't call it therapy, but when we talk to each other now, they're not doing what they normally do. You know what I mean? Like, they're not rapping anymore. They're not making money from rap. And yeah, they might have made a couple of million, like 3 to 4 million, but they probably spent maybe 2 to 3 million thinking that they were going to keep making 3 to 4 million, right? Now, what happened after that is that their label never paid them no more, and such be the case. So what happens is a lot of these guys downsize. A lot of these guys start, some of them might resort to selling drugs because now they're used to fast, quick money. Chad Ochocinco is a very interesting case because, I couldn't really tell about his career or like personal life spending, but he appeared on the show of my guy Shannon Sharp, and he was talking about how he spends his money. Now, I want to play this for y'all to see if y'all think it's extreme or he's just being smart. I'll give my opinion afterwards. Here we go.
Make enough money I can fly
private?
Yeah.
Shh. I ain't flying private. Spirit. Put me on Spirit. Exit row. Window seat. That's all I need. Long as I get from point A to point B. I don't need private. Athletes more so. If you can get to a point in your career where your name becomes bigger than anything you can purchase, there's your value.
Wow.
My name itself, Ocho Cinco at one point, even still to this day, is bigger than, why am I driving a Ferrari? Why am I driving a Rolls Royce and I'm Ocho? Oh, we talk about jewelry and watches and chains. Never bought real anything when I was playing. Never. What was the point? I went to Claire's.
So all you do?
Yes. For what? What am I doing it for? The women gonna deal with you anyway because of who you are.
Right.
And then the other women who really doing their homework, don't Google how much you're making already.
Right.
Why am I buying a $50,000 watch, $80,000 watch? What time is it real quick, please?
It's 20 minutes to 4.
How much that cost me?
Ain't cost you make enough money I can apply. Ain't cost you nothing.
Because time is free. So what I'm paying for?
Right.
For what? I'm Ocho. What's the point?
Right.
There's nothing I can buy that's bigger than my name alone. So it made no sense. But everybody's caught up in image and looking a certain way and being rich. It's me. It's pointless. You know how hard it is to live like that all the time, consistently, and be fly every day?
Yeah.
Jewelry and listen, eras of rappers. Think about the era before us.
Right.
Everybody was flashy, stunned, and after 10 years, what happens?
They ain't flashy, they ain't stuff.
No, you can't. It's impossible to sustain.
Right.
It's impossible. People, social media. Well, if I spin this bag, I'm gonna just go make it back. It ain't like you think.
No.
And people, they think the cure and the fix for the problem is, well, give me more money, I'm gonna be all right. Well, the more you make, the more you spend.
Right.
If you have no discipline and no structure.
Yes.
Every time.
Yes.
Every time. Well, just give me more and more. No, the more you get, the more you're going to spend. And people ain't going to listen because we are caught up in looking a certain way, living a certain way, trying to appease others who don't really care nothing about you just to say, oh, I got it.
Wow.
Well, I got it too and I had it for almost 30 years. I done saved, what, 83% of my salary. I don't need validation from nobody on the outside. That's another downfall. In society, we always need validation and acceptance from others. Don't try to live a lifestyle that you know you can't afford.
Right.
You can't do that.
What do y'all think about this?
Ain't cost you nothing.
What do y'all think about this, chat? Somebody says, it's amazing. Somebody said they like what he's saying, say he's woke, this and third. Church? Okay. So, I'm going to give a nuanced opinion of what my true thoughts are. And like, I want y'all to give me a real opinion, and I know y'all will, like y'all always do. I agree with Chad Johnson. Chad Ocho Cinco Johnson, or Chad Ocho Cinco, right? In principle. And what I mean in principle is that, you know, a lot of people don't have good money management, and people usually spend beyond their limits. People usually think that the money is always going to come back. And a lot of times people with money, remember I told you the whole thing, I said, when the Ferrari trucks drop, people order it before they even get a chance to see how it looks. That's how it kind of works, right? So Ferrari hits up all the rappers and all the people. Actually, Ferrari's a little bit different because Ferrari treats their product like how Birkin treats their product. You get what I mean? I can tell you this, and I haven't talked to him about this, but I know this to be true because of the prestige of the brand. Tekashi 6ix9ine cannot buy a Birkin from Birkin. All the Birkins he has are real that he's ever bought. He's bought a bunch of them. But he's buying it from a third-party seller. They might be renewed, whatever the case is. There might be this purchase like, oh, this person never had one. They're on a list, whatever the case is. The reason why that Birkin won't sell to Tekashi is that the way he handles a product devalues the product. A Birkin's supposed to be a one-of-one. A Birkin's supposed to be, those are the Louis Vuittons, those are the Chanels, those are the whatever, but this is a Birkin. He's getting 12 of them, passing them around the table like it's a spliff. You think that company wants their brand to be represented by that guy. Not saying you don't have the money, but at that point, your shit is so coveted that it's more than just about the money. I'm going to give you another example. I go into the store, and I think this was for my mom. When I retired my mom, I bought her like a $15,000 purse. I don't even think she ever worked, but I bought the purse, and when I bought the purse, I was gonna buy something else. It was her retirement present, right? I actually posted, I believe. So when I went there, I picked out the purse, and I picked something else out, and they said to me, "Sir, because you bought this exclusive item, this is a limited shit, you can't buy other things." Now, there's a reason I'm telling you the story. Don't you worry. They said because you bought this, they said we have a 1 per customer limit per month. If you want to get one of those other exclusive shit, you got to come back next month. Now, why are they saying that? Because I had the money to pay. They're not worried about if I had the money to pay. They want their item to have some prestige. So that's me giving you like some insight about, for example, fashion companies like Birkin, right? Like they're not trying to sell 20 bags. They don't care about the money. They're not trying to sell 20 bags to one nigga. Get what I mean? It's the reason why even when Floyd, when you see him cop Birkins, a lot of times he don't buy it from Birkin. He'll buy it from these third-party places. Just like 6ix9ine. They're still real, but these companies, they're worried about their image. Okay? Now, let me try to connect the dots and tell you why I'm saying that. The reason why I'm saying that is because it becomes a point in entertainers' lives. And I've always said this is why entertainers go after women and they make women the commodity over the items. A lot of these guys who play big bank take little bank, and trust me, if you don't understand how the music game works, but it works in all genres of entertainment. Sometimes it's to impress women, but sometimes it's just to compete. Oh, he has a 10 foot, yeah, he has a 10 square foot, 10,000 square foot house. I want to get a 12,000 square foot house. He has, like, think about what Drake and Kanye were rapping about. Yo, I got the biggest pool. Kanye built a bigger pool. Like, it gets to that level of pettiness for people who got money. It's unnecessary, but again, ego will manifest itself in different ways. For somebody who's broke, their ego might let them get into a shootout or a fight in a club because they can't walk away. For somebody who's super rich, they might spend millions just trying to one-up somebody else. It happens, and this is the nature of people. So, for example, this new Ferrari truck that's about to come out. People are ordering this truck, right? And by the way, I hear Ferrari has a list. So, like, any niggas who wrap their cars, if you do any type of shit to their cars and you be posting on social media, they'll ban you. So, you can't order a Ferrari from Ferrari. It's kind of weird. I guess that's why I told the Chanel/Birkin story. Most of these companies, they really don't care about the money because they know niggas are going to buy it. So, Ferrari, number one, usually they like people who have owned other Ferraris before. They usually it's the same with Birkins. Birkins won't let you buy a certain type of bag until you bought the lesser bags. They want to show you're a dedicated customer. They don't care about the money. Now, I'm going to get back into this. I'm going to eventually get to the point. I know you might be like, where we're going. What the point I'm trying to say is that a lot of times people are spending this money and there's so many people going to be dying to get this Ferrari truck. Why? Is it because they want it? They need a vehicle? No, they want to check the box to say, I am rich enough to get this thing. That's the reality. It's the nature of man. It's ego. It's impulsiveness. It's wastefulness. Some people do like cars. It's whatever you might think it is. I'm not here to decide, and I'll tell you my overall opinion. So that's actually a thing. And Chad Johnson saying that, you could save a lot of money by not competing is a very good thing. He's right. And if he's avoided the pitfalls that everybody else gets into, like, I know 2 rappers, you guys probably never heard the story. They were competing with money so much. They competed after one was right ahead of the other on the Forbes list. Then when the guy who was below him, who thought he had more money than the other guy, he bought the biggest house in the other guy's neighborhood. Then the other guy bought a bigger house. Like, this is how petty millionaires really are, right? And it's ego. So, as I said, salute to Chad Johnson. And I agree with him because that's wastefulness at its heights, right? Like, why would you just be spending money to impress other people? As I told you with 6ix9ine, like, he's down to spoil all these women to embarrass either their boyfriends or other niggas in town who want them, who just can't afford the bankroll to show those women the lifestyle. Who are you really? Like, are you getting anything out of it? No. You're just doing it to kind of shit on niggas, right? So you're spending money to shit on niggas. This is where I do disagree with Chad Johnson, though. Let me tell you this. The thing about money is that, of course, money buys time, it buys financial freedom, it also buys luxury, right? And while you shouldn't be stupid, you shouldn't also be cheap. And what I mean by you shouldn't also be cheap, and this is just my opinion, I could be wrong, and I want to hear what you guys say about it. You can't take money when you die. And I look at money like this. Money should be used to give you the most financial and personal freedom as you can, and to buy back time that you would otherwise waste. For example, you got to eat every day. If you got the money, get a chef, get a cook. You could order out. Not saying it might be the healthiest, but you could order healthy food if you really got that money, right? It saves you the time of preparing food. Time becomes the biggest thing that you can never, ever replace. And I don't think it's wastefulness if you spend money trying to get back more time. Right? To his point where he's like, yo, put me on Spirit. Good luck, my brother. That plane might not come down out of the air. Okay? Give me the aisle seat. No, my brother. This is where I disagree with him. There's certain things about you could be too cheap. And he probably was like being exaggerating. Brother, if you made $40 million and you still are having joy riding in Spirit on a $200 seat, he says later in an interview that he buys his wife whatever she wants. So he says she has like this crazy expensive ring. So he spends his money on his wife. He spends it on his kids. But for him, he'd rather wear the same clothes every day. And he'd rather fly on Spirit and sit in the aisle seat. Brother, you can't take the money with you. It's one thing if you're saying, yo, listen, I'm saving for, and that's the thing about money. Like, you always want to make sure you're planning for the future. Like, for example, if you got kids, you should probably have a trust fund. If you got a wife or whatever, you got mom, other people who might depend on you. You want to make sure they're financially set up because, trust me, there are always going to be rainy days. But you could be too cheap, my nigga. You could be too cheap, my nigga. You feel what I'm saying? You could be too cheap, my nigga. Like, think about this. I wanted to like, this reminded me of another person who I felt was too cheap. I don't know if you ever heard the story of Jackie Chan. Jackie Chan, Asian dude, Rush Hour 1, 2, all them Rush Hours. He went on a show and he said, keep in mind, this guy supposedly his net worth is over 150 million, but he doesn't want to be wasteful. And I think he said something, and don't quote me, I might have the clip. I'm going to try to find the clip in a second. He says he reuses paper towels to not be wasteful. And I was like, what the fuck? So he says when people use a paper towel, if it's still usable, he'll keep the used paper towel and reuse it again. And I'm like, brother, you worth 150 million in doing that? It's possible that you could be too fucking cheap. Now, matter of fact, I think I got it. Let me see. Here we go. Listen to this shit. And this is where.
All right, we're back with Jackie Chan, and this is you read these things, you don't know if they're true or not, but I read that you do your own laundry.
Yes.
Like,
not the jeans, only socks, underwear. Sometimes maybe t-shirt. Yeah.
When you're on the road, like in a hotel?
Yes.
How,
even in a president's suite, everybody goes in, they're all underwear, socks everywhere. Because even I teach my stunt team or all my colleagues, I said, never take the underwear or socks to the laundry. They charge you $20 US. You can buy.
That's too cheap. That's too cheap, bro. That's too fucking cheap, bro. That's too fucking cheap. You get paid $20 million to shoot Rush Hour, and $20 to get your drawers washed is what you, like, come on, bro. Really, bro? Like, listen, I'm not here trying to promote wastefulness, but bro, we gotta draw the limit, bro.
All underwear, socks, everywhere. Because even I teach my stunt team or all my colleagues, I said, never take the underwear or socks to the laundry. They charge you $20 US. You can buy another one. It's just so easy, I just bring 2 underwear day and night.
He says he brings 2 underwear and just washes them.
So easy. That's so easy. Yeah.
This might be some trolling, but like, if this is true, this is like ridiculous.
You get a shower. No, That's a trick. No, listen, that's a trick. When you're taking a shower with your underwear together, you know, then you take the bath, then you take off the underwear, clean, then clean. Then hang it. The next morning, then you change.
You know,
What?
you're making a lot of money, Jackie. You have money that you can. But so I heard that, and I didn't know if it was. I'm giving you enough Ellen underwear. You're never going to have to. Ever. But now you have plenty. You can go a long time. I'm not sure that we can actually do a stunt, right? Can we do?
Anyway, there was something I remember seeing it. Jackie Chan reuses paper towels. I got to try to find it. Look. Let me see if I can find it. Look at this. Wait, what the fuck? Hold on. Oh, no. It was him in Cribs. It was him on Cribs. Look. This shit was ridiculous to me. Bro, you could be too cheap. I ain't gonna lie to you. Jackie Chan, what do you call it again? Jackie Chan Cribs. Let me see. Is it this? Is this a new one? Can't tell. Fuck.
Another second.
Nah, this ain't it. He did one with Cribs, bro, and literally the nigga used a paper towel instead of throwing it away. He said, "Yo, I gotta save this for later." I'm like, what? Hold
on. New project.
Nah, this ain't it. Does anybody know what I'm talking about? All right. Anyway, the point is, you could be too fucking cheap, bro. And when I hear Ocho Cinco saying that, bro, he want to fly Spirit, like my nigga, I don't even know if I put my enemy on Spirit, bro. Like, bro, like, yo, we gotta be beefing for me to put you on Spirit, bro. Like, come on, dog. Like, we gotta have some type of decorum out here in these streets, man. This is too cheap, I think. You don't gotta be wasteful, but this is too cheap. There's a lot of people who don't really buy jewelry and stuff like that. You don't have to have a Bugatti or nothing like that. But nigga, if you're like, yo, I'm riding a bicycle because I don't want to spend, I'm like, come the hell on, bro. Come the hell on. Somebody says, don't let rappers convince you that you need to have all luxury items to validate yourself. No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Like, I agree. And I wouldn't even say that would be the case. You get what I mean? I'm just saying that when I seen this go viral and I did post it, I literally said, this is a good message overall, but like certain things, come on, my nigga. Come on. All right. Somebody say he showed his bank account at the Full Send podcast. No, I'm not saying he's broke. I never said that. But here's the point. You know you work for this money. Let me tell you this. Your kids, your wife, and nobody else that will ever benefit from your money. And at one point, you're going to end up passing away. They're not going to be riding with your money. They're not going to be riding aisle seat and coach on Spirit. Have a little bit of luxury. I'm not saying go overboard, but have a little bit of luxury. You get what I mean? All right. What are y'all talking about now? Somebody said, well, it's his life. Let him do him. No. If he's cool with it, cool. But I'm just trying to tell you what I think of his message. Yo, my boy Boosie, he been on these cooperants' head for a minute. He says, I agree, Ak. Put all the rats on tour and let the fans go to their concerts. Feed everybody different kind of cheese at concession. Also post the names of everybody they snitched on behind them on screen. Who gonna book the rat tour? Yo, chat, it's so interesting because it feels like Boosie's the only one talking about anybody cooperating. You know, fans are talking about it, blogs are talking about it, but nobody else is talking about like cooperants other than Boosie. So I thought to myself for a second, I said, why do Boosie really hate cooperants? Like, have you thought about that? Like, Boosie has a personal vendetta against people who ratted. Now, someone sent me this video, and maybe this will help me because it's going to give a little bit of history on Boosie, and hopefully you guys could benefit from watching this. Boosie versus Baton Rouge. Let me see if I can find it. Okay. They said I should watch this.
Welcome back to another episode of Swamp Stories. For this episode, we head down south to the real swamp. That's right, Swamp Stories officially earns its name after this one. But before we get into it, make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you're new. You can also follow the Instagram page as well. So let's get into it. Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Now one of the hottest cities in the hip-hop world, but it wasn't always this way. So in order for it to make sense, let's head back a few decades. Back in the 1950s, Baton Rouge was a small, quiet country town that existed for only two reasons. It's the state capital and it has Louisiana State University. Other than that, there was never much of anything going on in Baton Rouge. And that's a big reason why the city's population was around 35,000 residents. But ever since the 1960s, Baton Rouge has steadily grown bigger and bigger, and that can be attributed to the city about an hour down the road. During the late 1960s, the city of New Orleans started getting really bad, and by 1972, it was America's most dangerous city. And because of this, many New Orleans residents began moving out to Baton Rouge to escape the madness. So New Orleans' population dropped.
All right, we got to move on to where Boosie comes in. Hold on.
Neighborhoods don't really matter. For example, in LA, rivals can be made literally anywhere. At the gas station, the grocery store, the DMV. That's just the environment. Everyone is on edge and ready to go at any moment. And if you don't believe me, just ask anyone from there. They will all tell you the same thing. It's absolute chaos. So in this—
Who's the top 3 rappers from Baton Rouge ever? Spam some names.
Video, you're going to hear possibly the craziest story that's ever been on Swamp Stories. But before we get into it, let me run the intro. Had the spotlight, but between the Hot Boys, Juvenile, Master P, Soulja Slim, Lil Wayne, Birdman, Turk, BG, and Manny Fresh, you can say that New Orleans definitely had the spotlight. But as No Limit began cooling down and Birdman and Lil Wayne moved away to the mainstream world, New Orleans lost its spotlight. And that's when Baton Rouge began to rise. A young man named Torrance Hatch, also known as Lil Boosie, had the local scene on fire. But although he was a local success down south, he wasn't exactly doing major numbers. That was until 2005 when Boosie signed with Warner Brothers, and this is when things would start looking up for him. But despite the mainstream success, Boosie's life in Baton Rouge was all but on an upward trajectory. This is one of the most complicated and illogical stories I have ever told. So please rewind and pause if you have to. So let's dive in. Lil Boosie is from South Baton Rouge, more specifically the Roosevelt Street Projects. And during his childhood, his neighborhood was run by a group called BBG, also known as Bottom Boy Gorillas. I know the name sounds very unlike Boosie, if you know what I mean, but it actually makes sense. They operate out of what's known as the bottom of South Baton Rouge. This is pretty much considered Washington Street down to Astor Street, and BBG put 4s down to mark where they're from. And on the other side of Washington Street, you have another group called TBG. This means Top Boy Gorillas, and they put 4s up to show that they're from the top of South Baton Rouge. Both sides are known for getting money and playing rough. And although there was an off and on rivalry between members of both groups, I wouldn't necessarily call it a beef at all. It's way more complicated than TBG versus BBG, and most of the losses came from internal issues on both sides. So let's get into the events. Boosie always rolled with his two closest friends, Ivy Smith, also known as Lil Ivy, and Daryl Milton, also known as Bleak. Both Ivy and Bleak were the top 2 TBG members, known for calling shots and leading the most hated group in all of Baton Rouge. And Boosie was no less than them, except that he had become the head of BBG. And that's to say that South Baton Rouge was all rocking together. BBG and TBG was all one family. But once Boosie began blowing up, his friend Lil Ivy wanted to start rapping as well. So he would start his own label called TBG Records. And this is where things began to get blurry. Some people in Baton Rouge say that Boosie didn't want to see Ivy get on his level, so he prevented him from connecting with major labels.
Wait. I'm confused. Wait, so there was one gang called BBC and the other one called TBC? What's going on? Y'all gotta put me, like, I'm a little lost.
And some would say that this caused tension between TBG and BBG, but Boosie claims that that's not true and there was no friction. Regardless, things would get serious on April 2nd, 2005. It's a Friday night in Baton Rouge, and Boosie is set to do a walkthrough at Club Shenanigans. But the main reason he's—
Wait, there's a club called Shenanigans? Nah, this is cap. There's a club called Shenanigans? I wouldn't go to no club called Shenanigans. I wouldn't even go to— if the club is called Shenanigans, brother.
There is to celebrate Ivy Smith's 25th birthday. So to those who say they had issues, please explain that. But anyways, while at the club, an argument breaks out between a local rapper named Nusi and Lil Boosie's crew. That's when Boosie, who at this point is already—
So we had Boosie and another nigga named Nusi. Is it a coincidence that it rhymed?
Signed to Warner Brothers, decides to leave the club. So Boosie leaves with most of his entourage except for Ivy Smith, who stays in the club till the very end. Ivy gets in his car with two friends and heads to his home all the way in Sherwood Forest. And as he's driving down Interstate 12, a car pulls up beside him and bam! Instantly, all the attention was on one—
Wait, so Boosie goes to a club. He leaves with his whole entourage except one of the two people they claim he hang with all the time. That dude stays till the end of the club. That dude leaves with two of his friends leaving, and then somebody follows him and shoots him. Wow, okay.
And Ivy gets in his car with two friends and heads to his home all the way in Sherwood Forest. And as he's driving down Interstate 12, a car pulls up beside him and bam! Instantly, all the attention was on one man only, Nusi. It had to be Nusi who did it, and everyone was convinced. But Nusi would instantly dispel the rumors, saying that he wasn't involved in any ways. He was even able to prove to police that he was at a completely different location at the time it happened.
Basically, I didn't do it, but ain't nobody believed me. But later on down the line, a couple months later, they found out I didn't do it. Ain't nobody apologized to me for it, so I'm mad now. So I'm like, let's get it on, you know?
So after this, a new rumor began roaming around Baton Rouge. People would say that Ivy was not into it with rivals. Rather, he had issues with his own friend over some money. That would be a man by the name of Tremaine Franklin, also known as Lil Pig. Lil Pig was a fixture within the BBG-TBG circle, and he was often seen with Lil Boosie in music videos. Now let me state that this here is 100% hearsay and was never proven in court, so take it as a rumor, not a fact. But regardless, this here may convince you that Lil Pig was the one who did it. April 23rd, 2008. Lil Pig and his mother are sitting on the porch of—
Wait, this nigga's name is Lil Pig? Am I hearing this shit right? Lil Pig? We need some confirmation on these names. Lil Pig?
their South Baton Rouge home. That's when a man pulls up and bam! Again, at first, all eyes were pointed at Nusi, but those within the circle knew exactly what this was all about. After a little while, a new name was being talked about all around Baton Rouge. That would be a young man named Nicholas Sterling, also known as Lil Finn. Lil Finn was very close to Lil Boosie and was often seen by his side, and everyone started saying that he was the one who handled Lil Pig for what he did to Lil Ivy. Regardless if it's true or not, everything would come around for him just a few months later. August 23rd, 2008. Lil Finn gets into a random argument with a man on McKinley Street. The man, whose name is Donald Eli, would notice Lil Finn reaching down, and that's when he would react. Bang! Lil Finn, or Lil Nick, which is his other nickname, is still a legendary name in Baton Rouge. He was one of Boosie's closest friends, and you can always hear him referring to him in his music. But this just goes to show that in Baton Rouge, things always catch up to you. So boom, here we are at the end of 2008, and although Boosie is more popular than ever before, things are falling apart for him in Baton Rouge. Now without Ivy, Josh Thomas, Kevin Henderson, Lil Pig, and Lil Finn, Boosie definitely lost a lot of his muscle. And that right there introduces us to a brand new character. Let me introduce you to Michael Louding, also known as Marlo Mike. The name Marlo Mike rings bells all throughout Louisiana because he is truly something else. Marlo Mike grew up in the same neighborhood as Boosie, but was definitely less fortunate. In fact, he was the poorest kid in the entire neighborhood, and his living conditions absolutely stunned Lil Boosie. He could not believe the way that Marlo Mike was being raised, so Boosie would step up to the plate and take him in as a son of his own. He was even allowing him to live with him since the age of 12. But once Marlo Mike got old enough, he would outgrow the role of a kid and have a new role in South Baton Rouge. He became Lil Boosie's new enforcer, and that's not me saying it, he said it himself. But Marlo Mike was only 15 years old when he got his start, and this story is absolutely insane. All of this is as told by Marlo Mike as he took the witness stand in 2012. Some information was confirmed and others were dismissed. Don't take everything as a fact, rather a personal account. And that takes us to April of 2009. Lil Boosie allegedly gets his chain snatched by another BBG member. That would be a man.
Wait, niggas took Boosie chain? No, wait, what?
Like as a 15 years old when he got his start, and this story is absolutely insane. All of this is as told by Marlo Mike as he took the witness stand in 2012.
Wait, Marlo Mike? That's Boosie's friend. They're saying he took the witness stand?
Some information was confirmed and others were dismissed. Don't take everything as a fact, rather a personal account. And that takes us to April of 2009. Lil Boosie allegedly gets his chain snatched by another BBG member. That would be a man by the name of Marcus Thomas. And Lil Boosie felt disrespected to the point where he would ask Marlo Mike and Michael Judson to handle it for him. April 25th, 2009. Marcus Thomas is driving down West McKinley Street just 2 blocks from Boosie's projects. That's when Marlo Mike pulls up and bang! Another internal conflict in Baton Rouge over something pointless, once again. And at this point, everything that happened to South Baton Rouge was between them. And because of that, everyone assumed that the problems with Nussy were over. In fact, both artists would do interviews confirming that they ran into each other at the airport and squashed it. And given that, you'd assume that everything was good. But unfortunate news would come soon. February 9th, 2009. Marlo Mike drives up to Nussy's neighborhood in Mid-City, Baton Rouge. He heads down America Street and bam! This incident here shocked everyone.
Wait, Nussy died?
Especially after they publicly squashed their issues. But Marlo Mike would claim that after the interviews were done, Nussy would actually disrespect Boosie at a nightclub again. And sadly, that's all it took. But another major event would occur just a few months later. October 21st, 2009. Boosie and his friend Michael Judson get a letter from Angola State Prison. The letter is from a friend, and it states that a man named Terry Boyd was in Angola talking about what he's gonna do to Boosie. It just so happens that Terry Boyd gets out the same day. So Boosie tells Marlo Mike that he has $25,000 for him and he knows exactly what to do. So Marlo Mike drives out to Terry's address. He waits for the night. Bam! Marlo Mike would then say that he returned to Boosie's house, and he would say that Boosie recorded 2 songs to celebrate the event. Anyways, Boosie would give Marlo $2,800 in rewards, which
Wait, a nigga got killed and he got paid $2,800? Well, why was Drake talking about that $50,000 on my head? That's disrespect shit. $2,800, bruh.
guess was not enough for his loyalty. And that takes us to April 1st, 2010. Marlo Mike is contacted by a rival of Boosie named Reginald Youngblood. The man offers him a sum of money to catch up with Boosie's 2 closest friends. That would be Charles Noki Matthews and Daryl Bleak Milton. And some would say that these were Boosie's only 2 day 1 friends left. Regardless of how much money he was offered, there's no way Marlo Mike would do it, right? You'd think that he would be loyal to the man who took him in since the age of 12. Not in this case. Marlo Mike is cold. On the morning of April 1st, 2010, Marlo Mike would get the job done. But after this, literally everyone was left clueless. Marlo Mike would even attend the funeral 2 weeks later with Boosie and everyone else from BBG. But shortly after, he would go down for it, and so would another unexpected man from Boosie's neighborhood. That would be a man named Kendrick Johnson, who Boosie had pretty much raised as well. And Kendrick Johnson is the younger brother of Boosie's artist Lil Fat. Boosie would talk about this on DJ Vlad.
Fat ain't do nothing to make the situation how it was. His brother had did something to make the situation how it was.
Well, Marlo Mike, for whatever reason, decided to tell everything in detail. He wasn't offered a way out or anything, he just figured why not take the Tekashi route, except with no reward. He would go into detail about every single situation, which pretty much only made it worse for him. But then when it came to the Tory Boyd situation, Marlo Mike would say that Boosie paid him to do it, and this would ultimately result in Boosie's arrest. However, an unexpected person would come to Boosie's defense. That would be Terry Boyd's sister, who claimed that her brother and Boosie had no issues whatsoever. Why she did this, it didn't seem to make any sense at first, until people realized that she has a child with Boosie. So at that point, she wants her child's father to be around for her kid. So honestly, even though I think it's a tough decision, I think she made the right one. But what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments.
Alright, is this true, chat? I'm watching this video, but is this true, bro?
Except with no reward. He would go into detail about every single situation, which pretty much only made it worse for him. But then when it came to the Tory Boyd situation, Marlo Mike would say that Boosie paid him to do it, and this would ultimately result in Boosie's arrest. However, an unexpected person would come to Boosie's defense. That would be Terry Boyd's sister, who claimed that her brother and Boosie had no issues whatsoever. Why she did this, it didn't seem to make any sense at first, until people realized that she has a child with Boosie. So at that point, she wants her child's father to be around for her kid. So honestly, even though I think it's a tough decision, I think she made the right one. But what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments whether she should have stuck up for her brother or her child's father. Well, long story short, Boosie beats the charge in 2012, and Marlo Mike is doing life. Many of his statements in court were deemed hearsay and were unapplicable to Boosie's case. And on top of this, when it was time for Marlo Mike to officially testify against Boosie, he took back all of his previous statements. Thankfully, after getting out, Boosie would move to Atlanta to enjoy a peaceful life with his children. But just when you thought the old drama was put in the past, Lil Ivy's nephew, who goes by the nickname Lit Yoshi, would go on Instagram Live and accuse Boosie of having something to do with the loss of his Uncle Ivy.
Yeah, I used to listen to Boosie music. I remember when I was little, uncles used to take me by Boosie's house. Yeah, that used to be my favorite rapper. I grew up off his music, off his old music, cause that new music, yeah, Trill wanted to sign Ivy. Yeah, that's what it was. Amy wanted to sign Ivy, and Boosie ain't won't answer the phone. You know what I'm saying? And Bleak got tired of telling Ivy Boosie don't want to talk. He kept telling Boosie and all this and that. So Ivy said fuck him. And for his birthday, he tried to bring him a pint of syrup. And the nigga ain't take that night. Matter of fact, Boosie need to stop posting Ivy, man. I don't know why I be letting that shit make me mad. What they be doing on Instagram Live and Instagram. That shit really be making me mad. It be getting to me. I don't even know why I let it get to me.
Boosie would respond to the claim.
Said Ivy, but you ain't wanted to help him. Man, nah, bro. Don't believe that, man. Them dudes was 3 years old when this was going down. Ivy, we wouldn't Trill like that, dude.
The whole situation is unfortunate, but it's good to see Boosie grow past all this and live a great life with his family. And no one will ever know the truth about any of this, but either way, it's history. And there is a value in learning history so that it won't repeat itself. But sadly, in this case, the new generation of TBG and BBG are no different. If you guys want to see a part 2 of this episode, let me know.
This sound like cap. Boosie, like, come on, man. Chat, is this real? Nigga, I watched Mav. I think I interviewed Boosie one time. Did I? Boosie, I can't remember if we interviewed him. Did we or did we not? No, we didn't. No, we fucking. Oh, we did. Wait, did we? I can't remember if we interviewed Boosie. Yo, chat, I've been doing this shit for so long. I can't even remember if I interviewed a nigga, bro. Fuck. All right, probably didn't. I don't know. I think I did interview him. Did Complex delete the video? Let me type my name in there. I'm pretty sure I interviewed that nigga Boosie. Man, where is this shit? Oh no. Whatever. All right. God damn. Somebody said no, I did not. Okay. Somebody said niggas you high. I might be high. Holy shit, chat. Holy shit. I ain't gonna lie, man. They lying on Boosie. Boosie, Marlo, Mike. I heard Charleston White talk about it. But sometimes I can't tell if Charleston White just be capping. Well, not like capping, like lying, but.
Lil Boosie got a lot of victims. Yeah. He murdered a lot of people. Yeah. And he killed a lot of black souls.
Why are they talking about Boosie? Like, if I was Boosie, I'd be upset about this. Like, niggas is talking about you like you're a murderer, bro.
As of July 2020, Lil Boosie Hitman appeal was denied. That kid is gonna die in prison. A 16-year-old kid, not an 18-year-old man, but a 16-year-old kid is gonna die in prison because he was a serial killer for Boosie. He killed over 5 people for Lil Boosie. His name is Marlo Mike. Initially he confessed and told the prosecutors as well as the police that Boosie paid him to kill these people.
Wait, hold on.
This is what I want to tell you too. From the age of 16 for killing for your daddy, nigga. Don't you forget that.
I need to watch a documentary of this nigga. All right, this is too long right here. Is this it though?
The prosecution is hinging. Back to Marlo Mike, growing up.
I ain't gonna lie, I can't listen to the fucking. Let me hear this.
The more structured, military-style program was deferred.
Why everybody got like a voice changer on? What should I watch? Holy shit. The third video? 1, 2, 3. All right.
Indicted in the October 21st shooting death of Terry Boyd. Boosie and a girlfriend, along with a former Dixon Institute guard and inmate, were also indicted on drug charges. Michael Louding and Adrian Pittman are also indicted on first-degree charges for Boyd's murder.
Put you in the Bentley with the brown rooms. I wish we would have never went out to that club. On the road.
They judge me on Boosie badass and not Torrance Hatch.
Still on my grind. Got a lot of kids at home. Gotta get it on.
For Torrance Hatch, better known to fans as Lil Boosie, the music has not stopped. It's simply been faded for now.
There was graphic testimony today in the Marlo Mike Louding trial.
He is the man accused of killing Terry Boyd back in October of 2009. Louding was 16 at the time. WAFP's Jim Shannon has the latest from District Court.
How many times did you shoot him, Marlo Mike? About 3 or 4. Howard, who gave you money? Marlo Mike. Boosie. Howard, how much? Marlo Mike, $2,800.
Also, in the Lil Boosie saga, accused triggerman Marlo Mike Louding took the witness stand today. Both sides spent the day grilling Louding about a series of police interrogations recorded in the days following the 2009 shooting of Terry Boyd.
Good evening, everyone. Andre Morrow, 9 News. You're looking at live pictures outside District Courthouse in Baton Rouge, where the jury has returned a not guilty verdict in the murder trial of Torrance Hatch, Lil Boosie. A jury of 9 women and 3 men took about an hour to come to this decision, not guilty for Boosie, who is on trial accused of hiring a hitman to kill Terry Boyd back in 2009. The verdict, though, not guilty.
Family, imagine growing up in the hood. You a kid, you ain't got nothing but hop. The neighborhood dope boy put you under his wing. But because you misled, you down the path where it's no return. Oh yeah, not to mention, you only 15 years old. Yeah, by the time you turn 16, in the span of 13 months, authorities claim you behind 6 bodies. And when you do decide to speak your truth, what some say snitch, but honestly, you never made a decision as an adult. But because of threats and so-called street code, you recant your statement and serve the rest of your life behind a cage. Michael Loudon, aka Marlo Mike. Born 1995, Marlo Mike, now 27 years old, had a reputation that carried him life in prison before he could legally buy cigarettes, let alone alcohol. Not to mention, he's in one of the worst prisons on earth, in Death Row, Angola. And oh yeah, he was the alleged hitman for Boosie, or Hit Kid. It's crazy. Dropping out of school.
Boosie ain't get nobody killed. Why they keep saying that? Boosie ain't get nobody killed?
In middle school for having a strap on the premises, not to mention having a similar photo to Boosie on his stomach with an AK. Marlo Mike had a picture of an AK on his stomach with the title, Yo Boosie, who next? Boosie have a similar tattoo with the AK, the title, Boss Man. Now, before we get into this one, remember family, I don't give you no angle. I just give you the story. So with that being said, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And we're going to jump right to it. Marlo Mike's nickname came from the warrior Marlo Stanfield, who was famously known for putting hits on people on his block and eluding the police. But all that fast living and being under the influence would soon come to an end. Marlo Mike was first accused publicly in a hit in 2008 in the demise of Terry Boyd. But before we get into that, we have to go back to 2005. Boosie became Marlo's legal guardian. With all Boosie's success, up and coming in BR, unfortunately, this was more common than we think. Marlo was Boosie's alleged hitman, but Boosie looked at Marlo as his son eventually. So before we continue to discuss Marlo, let's briefly discuss Boosie. Born Torrance Ivy Hatch, aka Boosie, was born in BR. Born on November 14, 1982, Boosie began rapping in the 1990s. Eventually, doing a solo career in the 2000s, releasing his solo album, The Youngest in the Camp. After leaving that record label the following year, he signed with the late great Pimp C and Trill Entertainment that had notable signees like Webby, Boosie, and Lil Fat. Releasing his second studio album, For My Thugs, in 2002, having 6 solo albums so far and 7 collaborative projects and over 40 mixtapes. Now with all this success coming for Boosie, this is where Marlo Mike come in the picture. A young kid looking up to the neighborhood hero. And as long as his mentor Boosie kept feeding him, Boosie was soon to see that Marlo was willing to do any and everything to make sure Boosie felt like he was his son. Fast forward to 2005, Marlo was only 14 years old, and he too young to really make decisions for himself. But from basically broke and not having nothing to actually being under the wing of the hottest artists coming out of BR, to not having nothing was a dream to Marlo. But the dream would start to crumble, leading to reality when Boosie would get into his own legal troubles in 2008.
The weed and a gun charge. The gun was legal in my name, but I had the weed, so it wasn't legal.
After being incarcerated for what Boosie just stated, which we later were going to discuss, Boosie would face some more serious charges with a co-defendant that go by the name of Marlo Mike. Boosie was arrested in October of 2008 as he was caught by the police driving in court with controlled substance, at the time, Tree, despite Tree being recreational almost everywhere 10 years later. But also, they found a weapon under his seat, which was a Glock. Now, that ended up being registered to his name, as you guys just saw in the clip before, but unfortunately, he had some controlled substance, and having a permit with anything, you get automatically a transporting charge, and they take your gun license, and of course, that's a felony crime. Boosie pled guilty to his third offense, which was possession of controlled substance. On September 22nd, 2009, he was sentenced to 2 years in prison. A judge that go by the name of Chip Monroe doubled his sentence on November 9th after the judge realized Boosie violated his parole while awaiting sentencing, going to more shows, picking up more bags.
Local HD News.
A local rap artist is serving a 10-year prison sentence tonight.
Torrance Lil Boosie Hatch pleaded guilty to third offense marijuana possession charge and later violated his probation. Our Keitha Nelson sat down with Hatch in his Baton Rouge home during his last hours as a free man. Keitha.
That's right, Donna. Now, Torrance Hatch agreed to do this interview because he wanted to let his fans know that he's staying strong and he wants them to do that as well. Now, Hatch also wants people to know that there's a difference between the music he makes and the life he lives.
They treat me on who they think I am. You know, they treat me on Boosie. They judge me on Boosie badass and not Torrance Hatch.
For Torrance Hatch, better known to fans as Lil Boosie, the music has not stopped. It's simply been faded for now. Hatch was handed a 10-year jail sentence after pleading guilty to a third offense marijuana charge and later violating his probation. His lengthy rap sheet includes marijuana possession, weapons charges, resisting an officer, and aggravated battery.
I blame it on myself because, you know, the things I did, I wanted to do it.
This 26-year-old rap artist and father of 7, with one on the way, admits he's no angel. Hatch tends to do things his way, sometimes putting himself in sticky situations.
Trouble easy to get in, but it's hard to get out.
Local rapper Torrance Hatch, better known as Lil Boosie, was arrested today on aggravated second-degree battery charges.
Another local rapper is in trouble with the law.
Local rapper Torrance Lil Boosie Hatch pleaded guilty this afternoon to drug and gun charges.
Get her, dude. She always beats.
Here's another look at Hatch. Not the artist, the man. We caught up with him the night before he went into prison. Hatch revealed his fears and concerns about being behind bars and away from them.
I won't be able to see my child born. Yeah, that hurt.
Dripping in diamonds, shining on the outside.
Hey, I get that, man.
For Hatch, deep down, things are dim. Raised in what some might call a dark place in South Baton Rouge, Hatch warns others about the dangers of these streets.
The school is the first thing, though. Once you stay in school and make up your mind you won't be somebody.
Damn. I wonder if anyone will ever interview Marlo Mike. Either he lied and got Boosie indicted, or he's one of the most loyal people that's ever existed. Yeah, he got Boosie indicted, but he basically, as soon as Boosie saying that, as soon as he touched the jail cell, the dude wrote him a letter saying, "I'm sorry, I'm going to take the stand and clear your name." Damn. God damn. Holy shit. What y'all talking about? Put on no jumper right now? What y'all doing? Oh my God, man. Some more drama, bro. What's happening? Ain't nobody swinging, bro.
You are so worried about looking like a bad friend that you are not, like, you're so worried about looking like a bad friend versus actually being a bad friend. Like, you just want.
I was trying to be a good friend.
Hold on real quick.
The main thing I just wish
being a
that
good
you
friend
were,
with being a good friend, bro. You sold me down the river for fucking 40,000 views, 50,000 views,
that?
bro.
You really think that? Like,
Bro,
you
you
actually
permanently altered my life. Do you understand
saw
that?
those text messages and you really
permanently
believe that I did
altered-
that to you on purpose?
I don't believe that you did it on purpose. You handled it poorly afterwards. You didn't hear the sincerity in my voice. You didn't hear the worrisomeness in my voice.
I did, and that's why I told them to delete it.
Nigga, you would have deleted the whole fucking interview, Adam.
I mean, in retrospect, yes, I wish we did that.
It's all I wish afterwards, nigga.
Well, I can't
had
predict
to talk
the future,
to my
dude.
sister about this shit.
I know, and
my
you know
sister
how
has
much that
nothing-
bothers me?
My sister has nothing to do with any of this shit, bro.
What is
She had
this?
to
What is
call
this?
me because my other family members was worried that I was gonna fucking commit suicide, Adam.
Wow.
You're a fucking piece of shit, bro. I don't give a fuck, bro. It don't matter about if you did this shit on purpose or not. You keep trying to clear your name. You keep trying to put this shit on other people. You're so fucking pussy. Bro.
But how can I
You're
sit
so
here?
pussy, you couldn't sit here and talk to me like this last week. I've worked with you for 7 years. You have
asked
never
you-
canceled anything.
I can go back to those texts right now. I asked you to come in and talk to me.
After I was already on the way and turned around and all this
I
other
talked
shit,
to you.
bro.
You said I'm on the way there. I said, okay, good, let's talk. And then House Phone.
again,
What did I say? The text message.
Damn.
Me and you agreed to have the conversation one-on-one last week, right?
bro.
Did we or not?
But Adam, you always have some weird.
But now you're saying
always
I'm
have
pussy
some
when
weird
we agreed to that last week, and then you
always
said,
have
nah,
some
never mind, I don't
weird-
want to.
You always have some weird cryptic motives.
What are you talking about?
Where you're trying to isolate me and talk to me one-on-one. Nigga, you didn't care about not putting me on blast. You didn't care about not putting me on blast in general. Why the fuck would I give you the same courtesy to come talk to you before the show? Nigga,
but we were supposed to do the show live together.
Yeah, we do the show live every Tuesday. Adam,
I know,
for the
and
last
that's what
5
we were
years.
supposed to do. And then you said,
talking
I
about?
actually don't feel like it, so I'm not going to do it.
Nigga, because I knew you had already canceled the show. I was playing stupid with your dumb ass.
But then me and you agreed to do the show together. Like, literally, I can read the whole fucking text messages right
Bro,
now.
read whatever you want, Adam. At the end of the day,
I mean, I will gladly post it if they want, but
you canceled the show
because I thought
hours
you weren't
before.
coming in, and I didn't think it was right that we do the podcast without you.
When the fuck did you ever feel like that before?
But that was the
when
motivation.
did you ever
right?
feel like that before, Adam?
Yo, somebody in my Discord. Yo, this is where we need Flacco. Flacco, I know you're not at the office. Me and you got to be in Discord watching this nigga with popcorn. They pick on you a lot. It's this nigga's turn. Get Flacco in my Discord now.
I have to correct the record when
Nah,
he's
let
saying
him-
stuff that isn't true
Listen,
about me.
let him get his shit off.
Yeah, you could
Okay.
respond.
I mean,
to
Let
that.
him
if I
get his
haven't
shit
let
off.
him
His
Get
shit-
Flacco in here. Get
His-
Flacco in here now.
His life has been permanently altered. Can't nobody tell this man how to feel, regardless of whatever the fuck you.
Go ahead, AD.
He has every right to feel the way that he feels right now. Let him pop his shit.
And that's what I was about to say earlier. Is like you don't have to get too specific, but the shit that you've been going through. I
Man,
think
let
that
Cuz talk.
you
Let
feel
him
me?
do. Let Cuz get his shit off.
Yo, salute to AD doing the right thing.
I'm not even like
Holy.
surprised even the way you reacting.
Get Flacco in here. Oh, hold on.
You want to look like the good guy. You want to look like you cared so much. You wanted to edit it, but that's just not the truth, bro.
I mean,
sat there
but
and
we
I
have
called you.
everybody in this office can confirm
I
that
don't
that
give a
is how
fuck
that was
about-
supposed to go.
It is not. Do you hear how you keep saying shoulda, coulda, woulda?
I'm talking about what actually
Supposed
happened.
to.
I know how bad
No,
it
you're
is
not
that
talking
it
about-
happened.
you're
I'm
not
talking
talk-
about the fact
you're
that
not
we
talking about what
tried to
happened.
make it not happen.
It don't matter about what the fuck you tried to do, Adam. It's about what happened, bro.
And yeah.
And then let's move forward to that bullshit ass apology you gave when you're on the fucking news. You're talking about, yeah, he's been going through the mom shit. He's been going through the health shit. You're talking about the person that fucking raised me, that birthed me, my best friend that died. Oh, he's been going through the mom shit.
But you are you actually acting like I have some kind of disrespect for your mom when
You're
I fucking
disrespectful as fuck.
I paid for the fucking
First of
funeral
all-
as soon
first
as
of
it
all-
happened just because
Pussy, nigga. Come on, bro. Not here, bro. Not here. Not here, bro. Pussy, nigga. I'm talking about shit, nigga. Come on. Not here, bro. All right, let me go. Not here, my nigga.
Now I'm gonna be honest though. Respectfully, and I rock with Adam. You can't mention you paid for the mom funeral. You can't mention that. You can't mention that. That's shitting on his mom, bro. You can't do that, bro. Can't do that, bro. Nigga got all the right to go off, bro. You can't do that. Adam, I fuck with you. I fuck with you, Adam. You can't do that, bro. You can't do that. Like, bro, somebody's mom dying, niggas will crash out over that. Bro, y'all saw me last night. Just even, yo, I don't know if y'all realized when I was playing all them songs, when I heard about Mama Duck even having an OnlyFans thing, I'm thinking about my own mom. My mom not even in that situation. She, my beautiful mom upstairs. But I understand, bro. Bro, if you pay for, you know what I mean? Like, let's not even talk death into no situation. You pay for somebody's mom funeral. Bro, don't throw that in that boy's face. I'm going to keep it 100 with you. Don't throw that in that nigga face, bro. You got to keep it a bean. Don't throw it in that nigga face, bro. Let's keep it 100 now. Feel me? And maybe that's why, I'm going to give Adam, I'm going to shoot him a little bail. Maybe that's why he's saying that he was trying to have that conversation off camera. But, I think this is what Adam has to realize where No Jumper is getting to. My brother, I understand what House Phone is saying. My G, like, I know you probably, and I believe Adam on this. Adam probably did tell him, edit that out. Yo, Adam, if you really fuck with your mans, it wouldn't even happen that it had to be edited out. That's what I think he only got to understand. Bro, if you really fuck with him, that conversation would have never even happened. That's your man's, bro. This is a guest, bro. It's your man's. You like put it like this. If you know, and I guess this is what they're gonna always test with Adam. Like, yo, Adam, you can't be tone deaf. You gotta be a human. Like, I think maybe culturally, like, he has a little bit different. Like, I remember I always told y'all, like, when he played around with kind of, he ain't really call me a cuck, but like describing a situation that I'll be seen as a cuck. I don't play like that. If I said that about him, he don't care as much. We're probably raised different cultures. It be like that. You get what I mean? So I think sometimes Adam might lack it's not even empathy, but lack it is kind of empathy, right? Like, you kind of lack what somebody else might be going through because you only seen it from your lens. You feel what I'm saying? If my man's who's going through a lot and he was secretly on the down low, and that's still my man's. That's still my man's. You know it. Because that's what they're accusing him of, right? They're accusing Adam of knowing it. Like, yo, you know your man's is on some shit. Like, you might be down low, whatever the case is. Gang, you don't even invite nobody up there. If you care about that, don't even invite nobody up there, bro. Who gonna talk about that, bro? Don't even do it. You don't even need to do nothing to edit it out. I'm gonna put this in perspective. There's a rapper who I got smoke with, nigga. Like, his girl trying to come up and say some wild shit about him. Like, I vetted it. And I'm put like this. I don't know. Maybe I will do. I don't know. But I'm thinking about it. And it's a nigga who I don't fuck with. I shouldn't spare him nothing. I should just go for the guillotine. But I'm even thinking about, like, man, this shit might turn to some other shit now. Because I know this shit might be on some shit that this nigga might think he really got to crash out now. Like, we was just having war of words. He ain't never do nothing to me. He ain't do nothing to him. And yeah, he might have went low a couple times, whatever. Maybe I said some stuff. But this might be the shit where, like, they ain't coming back. So I'm thinking about it. Let me think about it. But that's a nigga I don't fuck with. Imagine if it's one of the niggas I fuck with. I don't even want to have that situation even near to happening. You know what I mean? I would have to turn it down. I would have to turn it down if you ask me. Let me watch and see what's going on. Ooh, I think they deleted this bitch. Did they? Oh, here we go. Nah, they deleted this shit. Yeah, if you ain't screen record this bitch, you will never see this again. Bro, I'm gonna keep it real with you. I'm gonna keep it a bean though.
We live. What's that?
Oh no, never mind. It said. All right, they didn't delete it yet. Here we go.
Well, you're right.
Nigga, you didn't try to replace him like 5 times.
That's a valid question.
The Tuesdays stays going.
All right, we're not going to rewrite history and act as if I didn't have a valid reason at that time for trying to replace
that
him.
Was a valid enough reason for you to cancel the whole show?
No, okay. If you want to know, yes, like, this whole thing has been a little challenging for me as well, and has really, like, I've never had a time on the show where I felt like something negative happened to you in particular that made me, like, question the nature of our relationship and what I fucking owe to each individual host to that extent. And to be honest, I just really didn't feel like being on camera, and really didn't feel like having to come on here and, like, string together a podcast while I was just.
But that's because you didn't speak. That's because you didn't speak to me though. If you would have spoke to me and I would have been like, yeah, it's all good. Like, let's fucking do the show. You would have did the show.
Yeah, but I wanted to have that conversation with you beforehand, I guess, which we.
Hey, listen, y'all could just go watch it. If y'all don't want me to pause it, just go watch the whole thing. Y'all can click off of this and just go watch it. I'm pausing because I feel like I could put some valuable interjections in this. What I feel like I'm hearing here is, this happened about 2 weeks ago. And let me tell you when something happens, right? Let me tell you when something happens, right? Even like I've been on TMZ a couple times, right? And sometimes you handle things in a moment, right? I'm gonna give you an example, real world example. Remember the whole thing that happened on TMZ where I was in Miami at Komodo with my chick, at first, blah, blah, they were saying I was doing some shit, then they realized I wasn't, but still, like, I'm in this situation where it's embarrassing with a girl that I was dealing with, right? Kid you not, me and her, we had a conversation. She really apologized. She was like, yo, I'm sorry, I was tweaking. It was a little bit, we lit, this and third. And I was still upset, but like, I'm a little bit more forgiving. Now, I'm going to tell you why this is a parallel. You see when my lawyer hit me, my agent hit me, my lawyer, my agent, my mama hit me, my auntie hit me, my brothers hit me. Now, everybody is talking to you like, yo, bro, what the fuck? They're going in. If you got people that care about you, bro, even if, like, you would let some shit slide, bro, people are going to be like, yo, nigga, that's fucked up. Like, bro, why is this happening type shit? You know what I mean? So I ain't going to lie to you. I kind of got mad again. You feel what I'm saying? I got mad again. I'm like, yo, damn, bro, that's true. This is some bullshit. You feel me? This is what's probably happening with House Phone. It's been 2 weeks. Even if they did talk, you going to hear later House Phone say, like, his sister and probably people that he care about was probably saying, damn, like, you helped this nigga build his company? Like, why he treat you like that? Bro, this is what probably led up to this moment. I'm going to keep playing.
So you can look like the good guy.
No, I just wanted to have the conversation so I could kind of know where we stand.
Well, you did this shit to me publicly, so let me address you publicly.
And I'm fine with that
I agree.
happening as
Bingo.
well.
That's a fact.
That is fair.
How long have we been working together, Adam, you think?
I'm going to say like 2016 to be safe.
Okay.
Maybe 2015.
Like, my whole problem with this whole shit is that, like, I never asked.
By the way, let me also pause and let me point out demeanor right here. Foot crossed, foot on the desk, chilling back. Adam seems a little bit more uptight. This nigga knew he's on his wits' end with Adam. Trust and believe. He walked into this room today like, I'm tired of this nigga's shit. I'm not taking it no more. This is a nigga, and I ain't gonna compare him to some other shit because, I don't want to ruin no tone. But when a nigga come in this relaxed, watch your fucking words when you talk to this nigga. He too relaxed right now.
I asked you to take my name out of a title. I never asked you to not lay a joke on me. I never really took any of this shit serious enough to where I really called you the way that I called you. So, like, you hitting me with this, I haven't been able to sleep, I haven't been able to eat, it's been bothering me. That's straight bullshit.
You
Adam.
don't believe that it's been bothering me?
Adam,
you think I'm just lying? I'm
Adam,
that sociopathic?
That shit.
I agree with Adam. I do think it has bothered him. And when I mean I think it's bothered him, I think it's here and there people have always like tried to like impugn his integrity or try to make him seem like someone who's soulless. But I do think he cared a bit. Definitely didn't intend to do it. But there's a deeper, and I'm gonna keep saying this. And my boy Van called. I gotta tell this nigga I'm on stream. Yo, Van, I'm on stream, nigga. Yo, Van, join my Discord, dog.
I will, bro. House Phone just attacked Adam, bro.
Please, join my Discord. Please. Hey.
I will.
Yeah, hold on. Do you know how to join Discord? I know you old as fuck, nigga.
Nigga, I have Discord, nigga.
You gotta join my Discord, though.
I don't know. I might not know how to do that.
All right. Yo, facts. You know Van Lathan?
Yeah, I got you. I'm about to send it to him right now.
All right, my man. In fact, you trust. He about to hit you. He about to tell you how to get on. All right. Hello, Moto. Oh, Kyrie here. Look at Kyrie. Kyrie's fade ready. Nah, my boy. Now, hold on, Kyrie. We got some bigger issues to address right now. All right. Anyway, yeah. We kind of recapping this. My man Van about to come.
Wait, something bigger than Flacco? That's gotta be pretty big.
Nah, yo. Word on the streets is right now. Big House Phone is actually squabbling with Adam outside.
Yo, at this point, we gonna do this.
Yo, I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. If I'm the boss, a nigga even breathe hot air in my direction, you fired. I'm gonna be honest with you. But here's
you gotta get somebody to record that. You gotta get that. You gotta get that footage.
Hold on. However, Adam he's stuck between a rock and a hard spot, and that saying in itself means no matter how embarrassed he got in this live stream, if he terminates House Phone, it will be a super down spiral for No Jumper. He's going to have to take this And it's going to be a lot about his character because he usually uses his employees, you know, whether they get called out for a fade, whether people get punched on camera, he uses for content. Now, what do you say when you're used for content? It's going to be a very big, we're going to see what it is. But anyway, let's keep listening.
Yes, I 1000% believe that. And I believe that the only reason that you even give a fuck is because everybody else is calling you an asshole.
But why do
and
you
everybody
think,
else is looking at you like a piece of shit.
But you saw the text message. You saw how strongly worded I was urging the fucking editors to make sure that it was taken out. Like, you know what my intentions were,
I called
right?
you specifically and asked you, bro, your lack of even, you didn't even sound like you was even listening to me when I called you on the phone. Your tone was just, I don't give a fuck. I knew that I was wasting my breath by even asking you to edit it. Or
how are you wasting your breath when you
I
saw
asked
the
you
text
I asked you not
messages
to put it out. I asked you not to put it out.
You asked me to edit it out.
I asked you not to put it out. The first thing that I said was, can you not put it out?
Okay, I'm going to pause right there. If this is true, I'm going to keep it real. Your man's more important than any content. Facts. If he asked you not to put it out, you should have never did the interview. If he even seemed uncomfortable with you doing the interview, you should not bring him up or not do the interview. That's facts.
But I knew as soon as I came out of my mouth that I was wasting my breath because I know you and I know you're not gonna, like, you basically the way that you view shit is like, I'm not gonna throw away this content. Oh, I filmed this thing, so I'm not gonna not put it out.
I never even considered not putting it out, to be totally honest. Like, I never even had that idea because I thought we're going to edit it out because I thought that the most likely scenario if we didn't put it out would be this person being so enraged that it was worse than the situation that would have played out if they just edited it out.
But guess what? That would have been a bridge we would have crossed when we would have got there. That would have had nothing to do with you. You would have been far removed from it. It would have been something I would have had to deal with on my own.
But let's rewrite this and let's say that they had properly edited everything out and there wasn't anything in that episode that suggested anything about you.
I mean, they still would have put 2 and 2 together.
No, because I told them to take out everything where there was any instance of this person saying anything about anyone I knew. That was the intention. But, and if that had happened,
but the intent,
Nah, I'm calling cap on that. And again, I fuck with Adam, bro. Like, so don't make it like I want people to gang up on him. Like, nah, I fuck with Adam. Trust me, we texted today. Like, I don't want people to gang up on him. You know, I do think, you know, he's trying to do his thing as a independent business owner. All I'm gonna just say is, bruh, if you gotta edit out the nigga's name or references to somebody you know, you should have cut the whole section. Fuck an edit to blur out what the people are saying. Cut the whole section off. Nigga, you know when people came up to off the record? Yo, I have a fire clip of a nigga going in on another nigga, calling him all types of bitches, told him what he did to and then the nigga left the studio. I'm like, oh, this shit is going to be viral for 2 weeks. Nigga call me back and be like, yo, bro, could you delete all that shit, bro? Like, bro, like, now it's tripping. Bro, I could have been like, I filmed it, nigga, I deleted it. I could have just bleeped it out and make him be like, who is he talking about? No, delete the shit, bro.
Tension doesn't matter.
To be honest with you, I feel like you be giving that nigga Adam way too much credit.
Nah. I don't think so. Well, hold on. Let's keep watching.
Felt like shit about it.
I don't give a fuck about you feeling like shit.
I can't believe that you're acting like you don't believe me.
You keep trying to do this victim white boy thing where you're like, you're trying to make it about you. It's not about you, Adam.
I understand that you have clearly suffered a lot more from this. I just also want you to...
You know what's so funny? Remember when me and Adam was getting into it years ago? And I said,